poke with his favorite side B, his favorite fair. Whenever Chico maybe gets a little lazy with a B button, we're going to see Chico not be able to get away with menu quite as frequently as either of these characters, but especially Sephiroth. So I think Sephiroth may be better than average against Hero. I don't necessarily know, but like it feels like one of those things where Sephiroth has things to punish what Hero wants to do in neutral.
See, you also talk about that. I want to like add in more, but
no, add more?
This is not also like a matchup that you typically see in the United States. You don't typically see this matchup in North America. This feels like a Japan classic when you have players like Reno and you have them like against like Akakisu or Shion. That is what I typically see. You don't see a lot of Sephiroth just in general, aside from maybe New York City or in Japan at this point. Yeah. And so we're seeing
the Sephiroth.
We're gonna
qualify. We're winners quarters. Oh, let's go.
For
that means Agnes hit upset.
That is true. Agnes got the upset over Sophist to get to this point. As Chico now, our number 2 set, the quote-unquote unluckiest hero in Wisconsin, wanting to show that if they want to take this bracket, they're going to need a little more than luck. They need skill beyond belief.
Yeah, and as I alluded to, well, it's kind of Sephiroth's gameplay, right? You're going to poke max range fair, but like you're seeing Chico default going, all right, I'm not in melee range. I want to pull out the menu. We see he got fair twice out of it already. It's only stock 1.
And this, you are kind of like, also were mentioning that little like, combo, that little 2-piece that kind of Chico was going for, that is when he's going to get the buffs. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to get out there. And when he has those buffs, able to take this
Sizzle?
Completely in his favor.
Sizzle, run off fair. What a combo. Not rolling Zoom, unluckiest hero in Wisconsin, right? It's like a 1 in 3 chance for Zoom when you're off the map or something.
I forget. I don't know, Matt. You think I know how to count? We proven that this isn't the case.
Ooh, we see Chico getting a little bit of a lead. And to talk about like what we're seeing, like stock 1, if Chico keeps the range a little bit closer, ooh, waiting to, no, all right, ultimately gives up the B button.
But look, that is the classic fool's folly, is that you do not want to be challenging a Sephiroth when he has that possible up B scoop off stage, because let's be real, we're all going to die in that situation.
Yeah, that thing is insane. We see Zoom kind of reset neutral. How long is he invincible when he's falling down?
I don't exactly know the full details of like how long I'm falling down.
Yeah, when he zooms, he's falling.
I don't know the exact frame data, man. I play on Vibe, and Agnes is certainly letting the Vibes take control. He's taking this possibly another upset in the bank to get into the top 8 on the winner's side. Now, this is only game 1, but if this is precursor for the rest of the set, we're seeing...
Hero mains want one thing, and it's disgusting. You see Kaboom rolled? They're ripping it, right? Look at that. It was like a platform away. It killed.
It's so big. It's so wide-reaching. This is quite literally, and I can't believe I'm saying this for Sephiroth, this is the honest, hardworking man versus the cheese lord, the hero Todd Chico. They're just trying to get in. It's a little bit of these pokes from Agnes, but Chico has really been making all of these menu pulls so worth it.
We see Oomph now. Maybe a shield break gonna come with it. Not quite. That bear is scary.
Not quite going to get a shield breaker, but great parries coming out from Agnes. He knows that there's going to be so much shield damage, so much potential for...
This will get Flame Slash. Yep.
Swinging into Chico's favor. Little bit, just to, take it off of the menu. You want an 86 bounce from the menu. You don't want to see those egg rolls show up anytime.
We see another Salarattle. Is this going to be able to close out some sick confirm? Not quite.
Oh, but instead, just going to go
Christmas.
for Psycho.
I thought it was 2 months ago.
Bro, it is still Christmas here in Wisconsin. We always have our supper clubs ready and willing to welcome Saint Nick. Oh, that still hit!
The luckiest. Was that a crit?
I don't think it was a crit, but with a psych up, that's going to be killing even Sephiroth from mid-stage. What was that, 55, 60?
Yeah, I think it was 80-something% post-hit. It probably did like 30, so like 50-ish%, yeah.
I'll trust you on that. I don't know how to count past 5. They never taught me that in school.
I have 2 degrees that says I know how to make computers count. I still don't know how to count, all right? Let me tell you that right now.
Dude, I'm working on my 2nd degree, so you already outweigh me in that category.
They still can't count. Oh, Agnes, he's back. No, he was trying to hit the trifecta Mew, but ultimately came back.
Agnes flashed it, into the Shadow Realm and came back with the Forbidden Script.
Look, all right,
he went back again. Sir, you have a set to play.
We're talking about Sephiroth here, all right? He's kind of an edgelord. If he needs to pull off some dark arts, I respect it.
Look, you need some dark arts if you want to make this extra upset.
Oh, he took off the jacket. Oh, he's ready.
He talked to the voices, and the voices said, "You don't need that shirt, man."
All right. This this game, ultimately we're seeing, look at that. We get one opening from CHICO. He said, I didn't like the range game. I'm going to keep it kind of close. I got a shield. I got a sword. I can use this sword too.
But also, here's what I'm questioning, and I'm realizing this right now. We're on Town and City. And if I know anything about Hero, this is one of Hero's favorite stages.
I would not personally counterpick Hero to Town.
No,
Hero's mains want one thing. It's disgusting.
I wouldn't either, yeah. Everyone wants that one thing, and CHICO is like getting absolutely it again and again. He is letting it ride with these like buffs.
Ooh, I like the runoff attempt.
Runoff attempt, and not even that sizzle going to be hitting Sephiroth's tall, lanky frame, but Agnes instead wanted to use this tight frame to just put CHICO off stage yet again.
When I think of Sephiroth, I don't think of a character who runs off the map, but maybe he needs to in this matchup. Maybe he needs to snag the stocks early in order to not feel like he's set behind just by character selection.
It's another thing as well where Hero wants to be at the edge to get that zoom, to get back relatively normally. Sometimes you don't even need to recover. If you can just
down smash?
If you could just hit a crit on stage, I don't need to recover. I'm just gonna kill you. That would have killed 30% earlier even.
All right. We're seeing Agnes kind of take control, kind of being able to do some landing aerials, not being as scared of Menu now. We're seeing the Marvelousness come in. It's going to get shielded here, I believe. He reflected it. He got grabbed, but he reflected it. That was kind of cool.
Not going to lie, that was a really great skill coming out from CHICO. That was the greatest way to change the code to give you a bounce at the quite literal perfect moment.
Oh, what? Yo, he does not want to be landing on this hero right now. That was a up B repositioned in a way that's like, all right, there's a specific interaction happening. What?
No, Agnes was moving like a smooth war criminal at that point. He was doing some funky little stuff. That little poke of that forward air. Not going to put
perfectly
CHICO,
covering the landing.
and you're putting CHICO off stage again.
Death?
No, with the zoom.
Luckiest.
Here's the thing. You never count your chickens before they hatch with Hero. You never want to assume unless you kill Hero off the side that he's ever fully dead. Unless he decides to go for the zoom.
Cross map. Psyched up dash attack. We're going to see that kill at 80 and we're killed at like 50.
Hero mains will look you in the face and tell you that that is a bad and slow move, and then just do that and kill you from whatever ungodly percent.
Can he even up B here? He has like no, yeah, he's just dead. Checkmate.
Yeah. It was either you bet it all on black with the zoom, or you're just going to get met off stage with that little toothpick that Agnes throws out.
We see Agnes defaulting to a lot more bear, kind of defaulting to saying, hey, I can play the range game. I don't think your menu is that smooth. But as I talk about menu, he's starting to whip out the side B with the armor with the really scary strong hit. It's active for so long. Back throw bear. We love to see it.
Was that the landing hitbox of the sizzle?
Yeah, he hit the edge and it like expanded into him.
That had CHICO completely avoid that ledge trap situation.
Oh, CHICO got hit. He's got mana again.
It feels as though CHICO is starting to get a little bit more of that stage control. Agnes wanting to assert that stage control himself, but CHICO is the one who's keeping this Sephiroth normally fairly comfortable at the ledge. He's leaving Agnes kind of perplexed.
Yeah, CHICO kind of looking more like a swordy than a caster here. He's keeping it close enough. He's making Agnes swing out of the corner. He's getting these rebuttal down smashes, this rebuttal whatever spell, right? All right, I don't know all the words.
Look, man, I haven't played Dragon Legends or whatever the game is called. But
Dragon Legends is my favorite game for the Nintendo Switch.
My favorite game for the Nintendo Switch. But as you were kind of alluding to, CHICO, I do feel as well for a hero, he's relatively conservative with his mana usage as compared to maybe, say, Hydroxity. And as you were kind of alluding to, the fact that he can get those normals means that he can kind of keep cycling through those menu options when he needs them. He's not necessarily going to, as Moon Knight will say, random stuff go.
Yeah, he kept getting to 0%, but still kept getting the hits, so he never truly went boom. And now we see Agnes saying, all right, the sword wasn't working, let's pick up the staff.
I decided to put down the blade, pick up the writing staff. We are going to write a brand new story. And Agnes, I do like this a little bit more because now you have the little bit of the extra mobility. That little extra air acceleration might help to kind of get away from those zapples that Chico has been really catching Agnes with in these past 2 games.
Yeah, when we think about like what the interactions were, for a bit, Agnes was kind of getting the correct fair, getting the correct bear, and ultimately Chico ooh, that was a good air dodge in the kaboom.
I didn't know it was possible. I didn't know he had it.
That's what I'm saying. Every hero main wants it. But he's saying, all right, I know a bit about the gameplay. Instead of having a move that beats you from range, I'm just going to position right. I'm going to use this character's stats in order to better player, as it's called. And instead of dealing with the casting, he's like, all right, I'm just going to beat up the sword. I'm going to get in.
That is like, a good strategy to deal with that kind of like that caster, with that setup character like Hero is. He's gotten Chico down to relatively low mana at this point, so it does seem to be working out, but look, you can pile on as much damage as you want. If you can't net the kill, then it's going to be all for naught.
Oh, all right, manages to dodge this full charge up B. Has no mana, has to play a little bit of an honest game for a bit.
What?
Raw up tilt?
I'm so used to seeing the Hero up tilt. I was surprised to see the Palu up tilt coming clutch.
Madman.
Agnes
It worked.
Agnes is jotting things in the journal of how Chico is playing that we are not even recognizing, and they're paying quite well.
Clearly picking up some information from the 2 Sephiroth games and applying it correctly here.
Explosive Flame as well to get that possible Flame Slash, get that edgeguard situation out of the mind of Chico.
Yeah, we're talking about the staff. He's resorting to some B buttons, trying to get some percent, the extra credit, as some kids say. I haven't been in school for a while, but
They still offer that?
hopefully. We need it. We need everything we can against Hero. I'm gonna be honest, all right?
We need everything we can, and Chico certainly needs everything he can. He's looking at a little bit worse for wear, especially in this Palu, who's been really paying off for Agnes.
Yeah, Agnes, completely different pacing. We're seeing him put the pressure on. We're seeing him get close. We're seeing him make Chico have to shield some stuff in neutral. We're seeing, in general, just a lot of pressure come. Ooh, interesting bounce interaction.
Yeah, instead of the pressure, like, with those forwarders, with those bears, like, from Sephiroth, Agnes has instead been putting on the pressure with that movement alone. He has been the one who's preventing Chico from getting in that menu. Not necessarily interrupting Chico by hitting him, but rather making him scared to stay in the menu for too long. The smoothest TP cancel ever as well.
It's a good move. Ooh, up throw Drake, up air Drake down back throw, not quite. Ooh, wait, what?
He might have pulled out the menu a little too early. He might have still been drifting off into the side blast zone.
Did he drift? Did he start a B move and like it forced him off the map? Wow. Either way, Agnes having a lead for the first time this set. Pulling out the Palu, knowing something that can be done.
It's kind of a nice thing to see. It's also a good testament, at least, to how far this Palu from Agnes has come, considering he has been on that solo Sephiroth journey for most, at least, of like his big come up in the Wisconsin Smash scene.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about before, where I know Agnes, the Sephiroth player, but like we're seeing something else come out and like, arguably better character, whatever, but he understands something. He knows he can do something different here, and he's using the attributes of the character. He's got a lead. He's up game 3. It's better.
He's up game 3, although we still have to say this might be the least cheesy or the unluckiest Hero in Wisconsin, but let's be real, this is still Hero. Anything can happen, especially when Agnes is down to that last stock, especially when he's off stage.
Oh my god, oh my god. Calling out the teleport.
I've never seen Chico kill with thwack or a whack ever, and it sealed out that game number 3 for 3-0 to qualify for winners top 8.
What percent was that to happen? Probably like 70, 80, 100%?
He was at like 95.